Hi, welcome back. This is our Gorilla Shooting Part 2 of the Miracle Fantasy House, and we're going to show you the upstairs now and a little bit more detail on the basement. We showed you some before of the ride. I'm standing on the stairs, if you might recall from a previous video. Oh, and by the way, we don't have this scripted. We don't do second takes here, so if I stumble and screw things up, you're just going to get to see it. It's down and dirty shooting. This is a 4.5 foot wide staircase at the bottom. You remember that? It tapers to a 4 foot 3 inch instead of 4 foot 6 inch, then goes to a 4 foot staircase. So it's kind of coming in one by one. We're using the stagger design, and if you recall from our previous video, this is all done with these insets and such with drywall techniques. Here you see this is hollow plastic that looks like a expensive wood. This is a double layer of drywall. This is sunken in. Fancy drywall up here. We're going to walk upstairs gently. We'll see how good Mr. Cameraman is today. We have a different cameraman. Come right on up. Stay right there for a moment. I want to get a good view of this. This is a mural that was done by one of our on-staff artists. He worked for the Disney organization for about 18 years, and it's called Cloudy Tales. It's the name he came up with. And what it has is, if you look close enough, we've got a picture of different characters that are in the clouds that are suggested from different classic Disney movies. So this is Sleeping Beauty, Aurora, and over here, you can get a little closer here, we've got Flounder the fish with the Little Mermaid. As you look up here, we've got a Aladdin with Jasmine, and there's Beauty and the Beast up here. And going over to this side, that's Cinderella and the castle. And below here is Snow White and Prince Charming. I want to show you something. If you follow me over, just stay right where you're at. Just stay right where you're at, because I'm going to peel off a piece of this. This is a new type of product that not many people have seen before. If you look real close, and you don't have to look really close right now because I want you to stay where you're at, it looks like it's canvas, but it's not canvas. It's a peel-off type product that we can peel off of this whole wall. As a matter of fact, it's so forgiving. You can crumple it up. It has an adhesive on the back, and the adhesive will stick on many times over again, over and over and over. And in this way, if I got tired of having this mural up here, I could just simply take it off, put on a different mural, or take it off entirely. It does not leave a sticky residue. It's an amazing product. If we just wanted to put this a solid color or did a big photographic mural of your family at the top of the stairs, this is really quite visual when you look at it from the downstairs area. This is about 10 or 12 feet tall. We are going to cut the camera so I can turn off my cell phone. Stay right where you're at. And with a snap of the fingers, cell phone is off. That's Gorilla Shooting for you. Anyway, this is about 12 feet tall, about 6 feet wide, and it is a monster. We did this in 2 sheets of the adhesive product, and it looks really good. So, as you're following me, since you're looking that way, we're going to go into least exciting rooms to most exciting rooms. How's that? Least exciting room. You can look right from the hallway here. Look up a little bit. Pan up, Mr. Camera Guy. We've got these 2 plants up there just to show you that we've done a lot of architectural work in here with plant ledges. If you look over this door here, this is a transom window. A little bit of an old-fashioned nod. It's just a way to let the daylight go through. This goes into the master bedroom. I want you to go into the bathroom now, right behind me. Now, the bathroom has some cool things, and you're going to have to stay a little bit further away to see it, but you're going to look up when you come into this bathroom. We have a 12-foot high ceiling, and we've done some interesting Disney touches up here. And this plant ledge here, what we'd really intended to do, if you're not a Disney fan, and not everybody is, you could put a lot of beach balls up there that are clear and create a bubble bath effect where you have the balls going over the top here. You could put a big stuffed teddy bear up there if this is a kid's bathroom, or you could do something more classy, just like vases and faux plants and things like that. This door here, let me show this to you, is a teaser for what you're going to see at the end of this clip today. This is the back of a television set. Now, the other side of this television set is facing into a window. There's a window right here, and on the other side of that window is a shower. So you're able to watch a 32-inch Toshiba television in the shower with speakers and things, and I'll show you something more on that in a moment. But this is a way you'd get to that TV to service it if you had to. And this other cabinet, just stay right where you're at and just pan down, because you're not going to be able to see inside this anyway. You can trust me. We have shelves in here. This is a towel cabinet that's built in. And on the other side of here is a unit on the other side of these shelves. If I take them out, a very complicated computerized unit that operates our shower on the other side. So if we need to service that shower on the other side that we're teasing you with, that you'll get to see at the end, this cabinet is what services that. But if you're not servicing it, it serves as a towel cabinet. You take out the shelves and there you are. So in here, I love what we did with the counters here. I want you to take a peek at what we did here. Yep, you can keep your back to that door, Mr. Cameraman, you'll have it. What we did here is we mixed in what I would call a fairly inexpensive way to create something dramatic that looks very expensive. And this is a very nice sink. You can see it's made out of porcelain. Has a really nice handle set here with the faucet. But look at what we did here. We used white because white is what toilets are usually the color of, bathtubs, etc. So we took the white and we mixed a countertop that had just this is a laminate, a Formica type countertop, and we mixed this pattern in with a pure white. The white kind of matches the sinks, and we brought that up the wall. Now we were going to take this Formica all the way up the wall. Cost considerations of another $500 or $600. We said, no, let's not. Let's just do it this way. Instead, we took two white framed mirrors, one for each side. Look at where we put the light fixture over the top here. I kind of like what this does here. It kind of goes to the side and tilts over. It's a beautiful old-fashioned looking light fixture. So what we've tried to do is match in some old effect, which this looks kind of old because the house is kind of a Victorian, but what we really have in here is a lot of modern things happening with it, like these sinks and the way that we've put the faucets not right in the middle, but we put the faucets on the sides or in the angles there. Now here's another little trick. I want you to follow me down here real closely, Mr. Cameraman. You don't have to come real close. Stay away a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. But I want you to look at the flooring. I'll change my mind. Back up. You can see it better that way. There you go. What we have here is square tiles. But this is not tile at all. This is vinyl flooring. With vinyl flooring, it's usually put through in one sheet. And when you have one sheet, you have one pattern. You don't have small and large tile together. So what we did was we took small vinyl tiles, put them in the middle. These are 4-inch by 4-inch, or 3-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch. So you have 3 of them per 12-inch tile. And we matched it with this larger pattern. So what we did, 2 pieces of vinyl. This is a cut-in piece here, from here to there, spaced into here. I hope you can see that on camera. And what we also did, bathrooms usually have vinyl or tile completely over the whole floor. But if you look down and step back just 2 steps, Mr. Cameraman, you'll see that what we did was we ran the carpet through the bathroom door. I'm going to close this, but I'll open it up again just to show you the effect. Okay? So when you step in, we're not just telling you that the room starts right at the door. It kind of starts inside a little bit, so the rooms kind of blend into each other. Stay kind of where you are again, if I can show you this from there, and then you can come closer in a moment. That square, smaller tiles pattern that we put in there, I repeated it here in front of this toilet and tub area. So again, it just has that little bit of a panache, a little bit of detail there. That's pretty cool. Traditional door over here. Nothing much to see inside. There is a toilet and there is a bathtub. There's a rain shower head, which is kind of nice. But what we've done here is created the kids' bathroom upstairs to have a separate toilet and shower with a door, and then the 2 sinks out here. We'll get you dizzy as you turn around there. Oh, there we go. All right. Now recover from that dizziness, and we'll follow me back through this way. Come right around the corner. I'm going to go in front of you a moment. I'll run ahead of you. You're going to be shooting right into these bright windows that have a lot of sun coming in them because it is about sunset. The sun's just starting to come down. So I apologize for the camera getting all kinds of sun in it. This is a bedroom. I want you to look at something we've done with this bedroom that's kind of cool. It actually has to do with the ceiling. If you look at the ceiling, if you can get that at all, come a little closer over here, Mr. Cameraman. We have a stripe of purple, a stripe of black, a stripe of purple, a stripe of black. And what we've done here is we've taken an 8-foot high ceiling. We're actually in the turret of this house. From the outside, we have this tall turret. And 2 of these stripes are, 3 1, 2, 3, 4, I got to count them. 4 of these stripes are actually painted on, and they're painted onto the ceiling. But the trick is the stripe right here, this black one that's in the middle. This stripe that has the little lights in it is actually a pocket up in the ceiling, and it has wires hanging down from it, and they're black wires, and they have little firefly effects on them that make it appear as though the fireflies can fly around. And when you first look at it, the illusion is you have a flat ceiling, but the stripes are hiding the fact that we really have a pocket that goes up about 3 feet in order to get these wires to hang down properly. Come to one of our homes and see how that really works in reality. A little hard to get on camera. But as long as we're down here, we did hang a TV in the corner here. We have these nice arch-top windows, a lot of track lights. We have track lights going around here because we're using this as an artistic room. We're putting a lot of emphasis on animation in this room, so you can see around the tops. Boy, you're going up, down, up, down. We have a few figures missing here, but we have 101 Dalmatian characters and Ursula and one of the dwarfs and those sort of things. They're 21, 22 inches high, and a lot of track lighting to light that up. We put a movable platform. You can go back in that corner a little bit. There we go. You're not going to trip too. You've got a chair there. Very good. You're fine. One of my favorite furniture pieces I want to show you, and you can also see this side of the room. We did a platform here. This platform is not connected to the house. It is a free-floating platform. We did it so when we had our artists come in, we'd have our artists drawing different pictures for the kids. And we could take the platform out, and this is probably where the bed would go when we're finished with the house. This is not something that we will sell to you, but I just like this piece of furniture, so look at what it does. I'll take this off for the moment. We have these really unique chairs, which are pie-shaped. And we have a really cool table here, which actually works kind of like a Lazy Susan. And you can sit here and use it as an eating table. But here's the magic trick. You can take this table and push it down. You have to push on this first, so that's the trick. And push these in like that. Like that. And you push them, there's 4 of them, but you get the idea. And you now have a coffee table. So this could work as a table with couches around it. And then later on in the night, you need more space to eat. It just pops up just like a chair would, an office chair. It comes up all by itself. I just think that's so cool. It really works nice. We're actually incorporating this design. I saw this at American TV. That's where we get a lot of our furnishings. And I thought, boy, wouldn't that be cool to put that into a bar? We could make that sit right in the bar and make that go all the way up to bar height or all the way down so you could adjust yourself. This room has a doorless closet in it, and that's a new thing that we've been introducing. Doorless closets are a wonderful idea. I don't know where they've been used before. I'd never seen them, but where I got the idea was going into a movie theater, and I realized that you don't have to touch any door anymore to go into a bathroom. So I thought, what a convenience. You can just walk right in, walk right out. Closets are usually messy, so this way, even if you leave the door open, which there isn't one, you won't get to see the mess. You won't have to see the mess. So I'm going to let the cameraman walk into our doorless closet. You can see that, you can go right past me. We've hung some things in here and nothing really hanging in there as far as clothes, but there you see it. And you can see from the main part of the room where I am, you can't see in that closet at all. We only see a window. So walk toward me, come toward me, and gently hold on to your cookies. We're going to turn around and show you how the doorless closet looks from this side so you can get an idea. When you first walk in the room, cameraman right now is standing right by the door where you first walk in, and you can see, walk right into the room again and just give the impression of how this looks and kind of pan up a little bit. There you go. You got the whole thing. All right. Okay. One more time around the racetrack. We'll come back this way, and I want to show you the master last, but I want to show you our kids' bedrooms next. Let me show you the view. Stay right there, cameraman. I'm going to go down the stairs just a little bit. You can get a better sense of perspective this way, and you can see what we have going here. Very tall ceiling, because I'm standing down, of course, on the first floor here, but above you is a 10-foot ceiling, 12-foot ceiling where you are. So from 12 foot to 9, you have about 21 feet of ceiling here from the very bottom floor going on up. And what a beautiful chandelier. Stop right about where you're at, and you can see this iron rail balusters here. These iron rail balusters, rather, 42 inches tall. That is not a very tall ceiling up there. A little bit of a balcony, and that's coming out from the kids' bedrooms. We like to have a little fun with the kids' bedrooms, give them something to explore, something to expand their minds, and we've done it with that. We also have a little alcove over here on this side, which is lighted. It's a double alcove because right above it, there's another spot to put another decorative item. We're going to go into a less spectacular room, but it has one of my favorite art pieces in it that I've ever bought. So step on in here gently. It's got pretty nice lighting. Stay right there by the door, and I want to give you an idea of the room. This room is about 12 feet this way, maybe 11 and a half, by about 16 feet this way. It has another doorless closet right around this side. It has a, the bed wall right here in between the two windows here. We have arch-top windows, kind of a pretty thing. And we have a low ceiling here. This is only 7 feet tall here, maybe 7'2". And the idea here is that we're able to get more space up in the loft on this house. So that's what we're doing there. There you go. Good idea. Spin around that way. Go way back in that corner. You're in the corner opposite. The door coming in is over there. And you can kind of get the idea up here. If you tilt, well, stay right where you're at there, Mr. Cameraman. This is our rock climbing wall. Okay, so if you wanted to see my backside, this is that opportunity, and I don't relish that for you folks, but here we are. This is the way that the kids or the adults can climb up. There's a handrail there so you can grab on, and this is one way up. There's another way up on the other side in the other bedroom. We'll show you in a moment. In this room, just for conversation's sake, decorating, we put a dove gray on the wall. We kind of made it go with the bedding in one of the walls over here. Here's my favorite art piece I talked about before. And I don't know if there's enough light for you to see this. Stay away for a moment, and then you can see it when I turn it on. Get a little closer. Here's the on button. This is sort of a contraption, like a mouse trap. We have marbles. This marble here, green marble, is going all the way up, and it's going to spill over here. We normally have it loaded with half a dozen marbles or so, and many times they're on the floor, so I'm going to just give a little search here, and I'm finding my marbles. I've been accused of losing my marbles. Well, now I found them. All right. These green marbles do some wonderful things. This was all handmade. I got it at a, procured this probably 10, 15 years ago at a art fair in Minneapolis. And I'd seen one of these at Disney World, of all places, and it was in the shape of Mickey Mouse's head. You can see the marble going around. This actually has 2 tracks to it. A lot of people don't realize that. The house hosts and things that operate this, they just use the one track. But this is the other track. I'll put the marble over there, and I'll load it up with another marble. And this marble set is, if you have enough marbles on here, it never stops. There's just action happening all the time. So I'm going to put a another marble here, and you'll see this one's coming up to the top here. Just dumped over. This is my favorite part, as it jumps and goes through the air in just a moment. You'll watch it go literally about 8 inches with nothing. There it goes. I'll wait for the next one. You might not have caught that on the camera, but it's coming down again. See the little spiral? Watch it go around the wires and through the air. There you go. Maybe you got it on the second time through. And this is kind of going to keep you awake at night if you have this going, because it's interesting to watch, but it's also really wonderful on its engineering. It takes about 2 or 3 marbles to go onto this little piece before it counterweights and spills. See, there's one. When a second one goes on, it will counterweight and spill. It has nothing to do with home building, but it is just something really cool to look at. And we'll put this sculpture in some of our homes. Sometimes we'll even incorporate it into a round circle in the wall and put carpet around it so that it deadens the sound a little bit. If the balls do come off, they kind of fall into the tray. This is just a hang on the wall and go type effect. And for those of you wondering, I think the cost on this, it's handmade, was around $8,000 or so. So it wasn't a cheap date. But it's very interesting. They do make smaller ones that are a little bit But the kids are intrigued by it. I'm going to have to turn that off. We're going to hear that for the rest of our tour. Speaking of the rest of our tour, you can walk past me now and look at the doorless closet here. There's the doorless closet. And if you remember from the previous angle, you really didn't see it very much. It was very well hidden. And I'm back over here right by the door. So you're at the front of the doorless closet. I am here at the door to the room. And you can get another view if you look up there, cameraman, at what our balcony looks like. We do have an art alcove here, which was never really realized. We have a, could have put a sculpture in there, but we didn't. We have an outlet in there. And as long as you're coming from that angle, I will show you one other thing. This is common to a lot of our smaller homes or any type of home. It doesn't cost a lot to do, but we put our outlet and a TV cable jack at 48 inches off the floor. That way, if you're hanging a TV, and this happens to be positioned across from where the bed wall would be, you don't have to put your cords going down to the floor. It looks kind of strange. So I think that this is an inexpensive thing to do, and you can do that in any house, and probably should, because most TVs are hanging on walls today. The next bedroom over here, this is sort of a highlight room. Very fun room. Come on in slowly here. Welcome to Disney World, or Disneyland, or Disney someplace, because this room has Disney everywhere. We have, if you stand right there, and I just want to give you a little visual tour first, you're standing right in the doorway. What we did was with this room is we did a lot of fun built-ins, a lot of unique things. Just looking from where you're at, let's just start by looking up, and I'll show you. We have this lime green. We have our kind of a white cream ceiling, and it's about 12 foot high. As it comes down, you'll see we created our vertical handles, or horizontal handles rather. We have a little bit of an entertainment center built in. This was just made out of common cabinets that we ordered from the good folks at Marilat. And we have a drawer up here where we're able to keep our controls, and we're showing the Mickey Mouse Club here. And this is a door for putting your items in, and over here another couple of doors on each side. But we're using this chrome in here, and it looks very, I don't know, childlike or very whimsical. Still staying where you're at, I want you to look down at the floor now for a moment. If you look down at the floor, you're going to see two things. First of all, the carpet. We mixed in a carpet here that has little stars in it, and it's just, again, kind of a fantasy, magical kind of a flavor. But you're also seeing something behind me, which is one of the highlights of the room. This is a 1-inch thick piece of Lexan, or plexiglass to those who are uninitiated. The difference is that plexiglass scratches real easy. Lexan doesn't scratch so easy. We have people that don't want to step on here because it's a glass floor, essentially. It's not glass, but you know what I mean. And when they don't want to step on it, it's because they think they're going to fall through. But in fact, they won't fall through. This is very sturdy. We've had probably tens of thousands of people over it. In 2004, we did a parade of homes. We had this made for it at that time in our basketball court home. We saved the glass. We saved them. We saved the device. The device under me is a theme park. Very much like a Disneyland or a Disney World. It has a train set that goes around it. It has a small monorail made by a German company called Schacko. I think that's how you pronounce it, right there. And they are not made anymore. This is the track for the monorail. This is an extra expansion kit, and but you can find them online every now and then. They're not inexpensive, and we did this because we did it in a theme park room. We had it made by the very same folks that make the products for a lot of the Disney things, a lot of the theme park rides. Garner Holt is the name of the company out in California. They're used and employed by Disney many times to do things like the Little Mermaid ride or Pirates of the Caribbean or what have you. They're just very famous folks. And they made this literally when I sketched it with the owner, Garner Holt, on a napkin at lunch. I said, I need about a 4x8 thing. It needs to look like Disneyland, but I don't want to copy Disneyland. We do have a main street, and we do have a monorail, we do have rides, we do have an elephant ride over here, and we have a submarine ride. And if I can get you close enough here without the reflection being too bad, let me just show you kind of what we have here. I'll get on the hands and knees. Back here, we have a Haunted Mansion, which kind of lights on fire if I press the right button. It'll kind of have some orange lights that go on. Here we have a Dumbo ride, which goes in circles. They don't go up and down, but it goes in circles. Here we have a carousel, and it turns around. Here we have a teacup ride, and it kind of turns around. And if you look close, here's sort of an Autopia or a race car track. Autopia is Disney's registered name for that product, for that theme park ride. Here we have some canoes or boats going around in a little river. Here's a castle of sorts. It's not exactly the Disney castle, but it's very neat with a drawbridge going over it. And this is a submarine type ride. Over here, spinning around, if you can follow this at all or see it at all, this is a mountain that has roller coaster bobsleds going through it, very much like the Matterhorn. And then you have Main Street, which is the sort of the shopping district. And as you get to this side, we have the train station over here and the train going around. And what I'm going to do is press a button on the wall here. We have a we have a green and a blue button. And one of them is labeled monorail. One of them is labeled steam train. And if you press steam train, for example, trust me, you don't have to go down and look at it right now. We'll just press it. It turns green. That means the steam train is now going down below. If you press the blue one here, the monorail goes. Now it's on a timer, so this will only go for a few moments before it turns off. Okay? I'll get the key for you here. I've hidden the key up here. Don't tell anybody, all right? Here's the key. And I'll unlock this little cabinet over here. This was a medicine cabinet that I may not unlock. There we go. This is a medicine cabinet, and we put some devices in here. Here's a spare monorail. This is the cab and the caboose, or the cab and the caboose the other way, depending how you turn it. And here we have some excess supplies and some straps to pull up the glass or the Lexan. And so kids don't fool around with it. We've got the lock here. So this was just simply a medicine cabinet bought at a home improvement store at Lowe's or what have you. And I'm going to put the keys back here. Since this house is going to be taken apart in just a few days, I don't think we'll have to worry about anybody getting those keys. We have, this is going to be used as a bedroom by some people. And right now, of course, it's sort of a fun playroom. But because it's a bedroom, we've done some built-in pieces over here that can be used, full extension glides, can be used as dressers. We have the same thing over here, okay? But if you're looking at this device, this was built around the maybe in the 1930s, late 1920s. Was built by a neighbor of my mom. My mom is one of 3 girls in her family, and as a Christmas gift to those girls, for them to put their Barbie dolls and their other dolls in, this neighbor went and built this all out of wood. And the motor was shot, but we took this out of my grandma's attic, repainted it, repurposed it, had the motor redone, and now, as you can see, we have some Disney Beanie Baby characters riding around in the Ferris wheel. Then we took and we built a platform here that really kind of goes with the whole shape of the bottom of this. It goes here, goes there, and the Ferris wheel just misses our cabinets. These are normal cabinets that we bought again from Marilat, and what we've done is we've just created a circle here and a circle there. When this house is taken apart, the merry-go-round does not go with the project, I assure you. But we have some storage up here. We have some, storage up here. We have some crown mold going across. The bookshelves here, so we've got a lot of Disney books and different princesses and characters in there. And Mr. Cameraman, if you can just get around and maybe go down a little bit lower, you can get what's up on this shelf, because we've got a good friend here, that's Pluto, and if you look up a little higher, we've got Mickey over there looking down on us. These were gotten from the Disney stores, and the Disney stores had an auction when they used to actually have Disney auctions. It's hard to get them now. They're not inexpensive, but we have a very large collection of those, and one of them is right back here. You can stay right there. I'm going to just slide in next to Minnie, Minnie is one of the larger figures. This was actually used at when there was a Disney store over at Brookfield Square in Brookfield, Wisconsin. And this is they're very well made, very heavy duty, made out of fiberglass. Let's look at what we've got here. This is a large booth, like a restaurant booth. We've got Velcro on our backrests here. This goes right across this window back. The idea was that this room would be a playroom for the kids, that craft room, some place to sit and play video games on the TV if you would. We do have that TV set, which you're not seeing from this angle, but you will in a moment. It's right across from here. This table is triangular shaped. We've got some restaurant bases, 3 of them on here. And we've hung some nice art on the back. We've got lighting up in the top. We've used this color scheme of blue and green and the white, and you can see how we brought that into the beading on the chairs here, this welting on the corners. The buttons are green, but then when we have the green, we reverse that and make this blue and this blue. And on the table edge, we took this kind of a lime green color and matched it in on the whole table edge. Lots of fun. All right, are you dizzy enough yet? Then come on back to this side. I'm going to turn on those, you're going to stay right where you are, hopefully. I'm going to go and turn on the steam train and the monorail, and you see if we can capture that with our ace cameraman here. Are we ready? Here goes the monorail. And it's not going anywhere. And here goes the train. All right, there's the train. You see the train going around there. It's coming around. There's the haunted house, or the cabin on fire. Excuse me, the haunted house is over there. The cabin on fire is over here. And there goes the train around the whole arrangement. And you can see the rides going around, spinning around. In about 30 seconds or less, they turn off. You can also see the lights on Main Street, how they turn on. So the rides and the Main Street lights and the train all attached to that one button. While you're on that side, I'll also show you a neat little artifact here. We won't watch the whole thing, but this is a moving piece of art. We're able to press the button on this side. There's a little flash coming out there. See the flash coming on the lightning. And as this goes on, the story is told through different pieces that move. You can see the water coming up, and the whole thing tells a little story. We'll move forward from there. Tilting over in this direction. We have another one of those over here. Since we don't have enough noise in the background, I'll turn this one on. In our walls here, I can turn down the volume here a little bit. How's that? In our walls here, we have little framed art. These framed art I had seen on a trip to Disney. What these are, the batteries are a little low right now, so it's hard to see, but you can see it a little bit there. Okay, that is Alice in Wonderland, and there's the March here on the left, on your left-hand side, and Alice in the middle. What we do with these is they're about 3 or 4 inches this way and 3 or 4 inches that way. Every one of them is a little different size. These are meant, this one looks a little scuffed up, but this is normally much nicer looking, and they're meant to sit on a coffee table, and you would grab these and look at them. They're $80 or $90 a piece, as I recall. And what we did was we drywalled in these insets into the wall, so that instead of just leaving them out on a countertop or on a table, you could push them into the wall. And for a person just walking in the room, they would think that this is a piece of art that's been hanging on the wall, when in fact it's pushed into the wall. We have the same thing going on over here. Now, the new owner buying this house, these will all be taken out. And there's Pinocchio here. These will all be taken out. There's Geppetto working on Pinocchio, and here's it with the light off. There's it with the light on. I'll put that back. And we'll be taking these out. We'll be drywalling over these. Yeah, you get some of the other ones. Let me turn that on for you. You can see that a little better. That's Dumbo. That's some mother's trunk hanging out. And if you go over here, you getting that? Very good, Mr. Cameraman. I'll turn this one on next. Here we go. That, of course, is Ariel, the Little Mermaid. And you can see the light flickering in the back as they're having their romantic boat ride. And this one, I'm afraid the batteries are not very good on because I looked at it before. It's one of my favorite. It has fireworks that go on in the back. And the fireworks really do a good job. This was a little more money than the others. But they're kind of doing their little thing. This is Cinderella Castle at Disneyland. And we have more of these downstairs in the basement, with 9 in the house total. I want to do a little, let's see, let's show you this first before we go up. This is our doorless closet. You've seen 2 of them before. This is the 3rd one. And in here, we did balances for the windows. This one in blue with the green again. I'll trade places with you. You can go around here and look at how the doorless closet lays out in this room. You can see there we did a green valance. I've had a few people want to buy that Mickey mirror. We have a nice Mickey mirror. We hung it at kids' height over there. And while you're there and you're finished looking at that, I want you to, you can spin around and look at what we have over here. This is the doorway that we just came in, okay? And from this angle, you can see the floor and what we've done with the carpet. Remember we did that in the bathroom before, how we ran carpet through a doorway? Here we ran the carpet through this doorway, so that the hallway carpet didn't just start and stop with these stars on it. It also, as long as we're from this angle, you can see that we also use carpet to carpet the pedestals that are going up to make this very long triangular shaped table. This is a very fun place over here, for the kids anyway, and for some adults as well like me who are going to give this a try. The biggest challenge you're going to see here is how good our cameraman can be in getting up these stairs while the camera is in action, okay? So I'm going to go up the stairs and go into the kids' loft, which is the place we looked at before with the railings from the hallway. So follow me up here visually anyway, and I'm going to creak up these stairs. And, very good, you're cheating. We have windows here so that if we had a child, this is a sleeping area. We have a mattress up here, and if a child was sleeping up here, they wouldn't feel completely claustrophobic because they'd be able to see over the side. And if you can work your way up around here, I'm going to show you what's up here. All right. There we go, creak up those stairs. We did a built-in right here. And this built-in is a couple of drawers just so you have a place to put some things. We did the TV, the DVD player here, a little lamp over here. And I'm going to let you trade places. And there you go. I'm going to go way over here on the mattress. This mattress is kid size this way, but it's adult size this way, if that makes any sense. It's a queen size mattress. This happens to be an air bed. We could have put a regular mattress up here, but this shows you the TV view from, now you're looking through a doorway there, and in that doorway, we can close that door, but you're actually in the loft that's over the other kid's bedroom. And that allows us to lock this door so that the kids can have perfect privacy. But when they're younger, if they want to play together, they can keep that door open and just use this as their rumpus room. Of course, you know, they would really enjoy all of this activity up here because you can have 2 different things going, 1 thing going. I'm going to try to spin around. What's the best way to do it? I got it. You go out on the balcony and watch me come through. All right. Let you get back there. Here I am. All right. Of course, I'm 6'2" here, but this is the balcony that you saw before from that other bedroom. I watched over here, and you're going to go back in. Yeah, there you go. Wonderful. And there's that rock climbing wall over to the far right of that shot. There it is. You're seeing it. Okay, now you go back there. I'm going to give you a little sense of space. We've got another area here to put a DVD player. And we have another area here to hang another television. You can easily put pillows or another mattress up here if you wanted to, and have really quite a great sleepover. This might be hard for you to get, but I want you to look over this way and see if you can see the railings that we showed you before. We'll trade places here. There, about 5 feet. For a 6'2" person, that's not high enough, but for most kids, that's just wonderful. So we have a great storage loft / play loft up here, sleepover loft, whatever you want to call it. Technically, these are storage lofts because Wisconsin code would call for us to have 7 feet of headroom in a living area. So these are technically storage lofts, but technically you can do whatever you wish to do with them past that. Let's go back downstairs. Whoa, you want to get the view? Good idea, Mr. Cameraman. I'm going to go back downstairs and you can wave at me from there. This is a there we go. This was a fast stair exit. Here we are. Now we are going to break our rule and turn off the camera right now, but we'll turn it right back on and take you into the master bedroom. Well, there we are. Through the magic of our shenanigans, we're back on the second floor, main floor, not up in the loft. This is the door to the master bedroom. We explained that before, transom over the top, etc., etc. But I want you to get the impression as you come in. So I'm going to try to get out of your way a little bit. And as you come in, you're just to look from side to side. You know, I'm standing obviously on one side of the master bedroom. This master bedroom is very open. That side over there is the sleeping area is about 17 feet by about 12 feet, but because of the unique shape of the room, it's really hard to figure out how big it really is. If you look at the ceiling, you'll see that what we did up here was what we call a mini tray. This is just a little short inset going into the ceiling, just a drywall build out really. If you look at the nice modern fan we have, you look at the way we did our plant ledges or our decor edges, which by the way there's no decor up on them, but they really look pretty. We do have outlets up there. We could have put up lighting. This is wood. It's MDF actually, if you know what that is. It's a wood product, and it's about an 8-inch crown molding, so it looks very rich, going all the way around here. While you're on this side, not to get you real confused, but this is the picture inset for the TV. It's on a 45-degree angle to the bed. The bed is to your left as you're looking at this screen. And we've got the sized here for about a 70-inch. Of course, in proportion, you could put a 40-inch there or whatever you want. But if you look down a little further, there's a little alcove under here. I hate to miss space. I hate to waste it. So this space here is what we call Fido's home. It's a little doggy area or a little cat area. So the cat or the dog could sleep under here in the bedroom. And it's kind of deep, and it's just a neat little getaway spot. We thought that's actually underneath one of the shower seats on the other side of this wall. But I just really think that's a neat area. Oh, and there's the doggy spot. A little hiccup in the film there. Sorry about that as we change our battery. But here we have a flooring that's very different. We're doing multicolors in the room. We've got a mauve brown color here. We've got a tan color here, kind of a whitish tan. And then in between the carpet, we have a metal strip here, metal stripped here. We have glass tile. Very, very unusual look. Glass tile. Here you can see when we went to an intersection, we used little squares. So these long ones, little squares in between. We've got the green on the wall here. So we've got this color scheme going. Here's gray over here. So we've got gray, we've got mauve, we've got the tan and tan, we've got the green. And when you go into the master bathroom, which comes into this open archway here, here, I'll kind of block this out so that you can walk in here with the mirror. And walking right by me here, if you look down at the floor, again, look at what we're doing with the floor. We've done the light color, which matches our light color of carpet over here. And we do have that light color in here. And then we have the green, which is over here. The green, which is on the wall. Then we have an oval tub over here. Now this oval tub is an interesting idea because you can't bend tile to be an oval shape, at least not very far. So we have these short pieces like we had on the floor. We have the little square ones on the top. We have the elongated ones right underneath that. And that bends nicely to make our curve on our oval tub. We put our wall shapes right around it. And you can see back here, if you step over to this side, Mr. Cameraman, I'm going to go into the tub for the moment. You can see what we have, this oval tub idea. Now, you can't see it from here. But trust me, if I were to put my back over here, which is kind of what that's designed to do. We can put our back there, we can put our back there. We have the oval, we have the jets here, we have the beautiful faucet. But if I'm sitting here, I have a speaker over my head here. There's a light too, of course, but there's a speaker right here. And that speaker gives me the sound of a television set, because that television set that I showed you the back of before, if I trade places with you, Mr. Cameraman, if you can go right over in that area of that tub, I'll show you kind of what your view would be if you were sitting in the tub. There you go. If you're in the tub, you can see, now there's a picture of me, wonderful. You can see me in stereo now. But there I am in that picture explaining what this is all about. And you can see through this glass. This is a glass shower door, and it's a unique shape here. I noticed we have 2 burnt out light bulbs because neither of them are going on. And but anyway, this gives you great light. We tried to keep the light out of the shower. Instead, we put them outside the shower so it could shine in through the glass door. If you just duck down a little bit, you'll see the same thing there. You'll see these lights here are shining through the glass and lighting up the shower area. So we're creating light in the shower through the shower. It's a different wild idea here, but we're just all about wild ideas. If you look over on the cabinets over here, you'll see that we have built up a cabinet that doesn't touch the floor. We have underlighting. I don't know if that comes through real well, but we do have underlighting under here. This is all suspended. It's not being held up here or here. I feel like a magician. I should pass a hoop around this thing, right? And you can also see we have a slight edge to the front of here. It's got a slight curve to it. We've got these beautiful glass bowl countertops. This has a sparkle effect in it. If you move the camera a little bit, maybe you can see the sparkling in here. But it's sort of a rust or a copper color. It's in here, just gorgeous. It's like Corian, but it's not Corian. I forget the brand name, but it's a product very much like a solid surface plasticized type Corian. These bowls are glorious. They're just wonderful bowls. You can see that they are a waterfall effect. The waterfall effect. This is cold, that's high. This is hot, and this is off. And there's full on, and there's normal. Anyway, we hung a couple of mirrors over the top here, did a really nice little crystal chandelier here, did a double step soffit here, which is kind of a neat effect. Did the his and hers on the towel bars, his and hers on the outlets. But the way that this countertop and everything is being held up is because we have this little relief going into the wall. And we put some structural product, wood and metal, coming through there to hold up these cabinets, and it held it up very well. We put tile in the middle here. This is actually a painted drywall. This is a rust-colored painted drywall. But this is a rust-colored tile. So it has this nice kind of a mixed look. If you look on the floor again, you'll see how we carried that stripe that was dividing the carpet all the way through here. And guess what? It comes right through the center of the vanity, kind of dividing the his and the hers side. This is sort of a grand finale thing here, okay? We'll show you the walk-in doorless closet last. I should have showed you that before this, but we'll show you the grand finale first, and then we'll give you the little ovation area afterwards for that. This door right now is clear glass. I'm going to close it on you for a moment. If for nothing else than to prove that the glass is clear. But we do put a scrim over this. You can buy at any home improvement store, or you can put a curtain over it. But a scrim, in my language, is a peel-off type product that looks like a sandblasted effect. And we kept it clear so you could see through it and see what it's doing. What we have here is a library for magazines or for books or what have you on the wall. So you've got a space for actually two wide, so you can put all sorts of things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of these all the way up and down here. Elongated toilet bowl, but you're able to have your little magazine library. A little trick that we do on our floors. Let me show you. This is white woodwork. And when you go washing white woodwork with a mop, next to the tile floor, you're actually washing the tile floor. White woodwork gets dirty real quick. So the shoe or the quarter round molding we make out of a darker color wood. That way you can wash up here and not get that white all messed up. It matches the cabinets in the room, which, by the way, if you can tilt over this way a little bit, you can see a cabinet is behind this door. And behind this door, it's going to be very tight here, so I'm just going to kind of talk you through it. This is where we have a towel cabinet. You can grab a towel for the shower that's right across the way. It's also where we have another one of those wonderful Corian, non-Corian tops. And inside here, we have the DVD player for the TV. Actually, for the TVs, we have another TV in the doorless walk-in. I'm going to switch places with Mr. Cameraman here. And I'll come toward you here. Don't get scared. All right. And I'm going to try to let you see what we've got going. There you go. Go way in the back there. I'm going to sneak around here. It's really not that small of an area, but boy, it sure feels like it in the world of cameras, doesn't it? All right. I'm going to go into the shower area. This I like to call, I don't know if it really is, but I call this the world's first lay-down massage shower. Okay? Someone else might have done it. I just haven't seen it yet. This is a cushion which I ordered from a company called Front Gate online. It's a closed cell, floatable type cushion that you'd find at a luxury resort beach. You can hear the echo. I'm in the shower stall here. The lay down effect. I've always said if you're going to relax in water, you really can't lay down, because a bathtub you're sitting up, your back is up. If you really want to relax, so you really do lay down, right? So if you're going to lay down in a bathtub, you drown because your head will be under the water. So this is a way to lay down in a water effect. Probably the only one I could think of, unless you were laying on a beach and had just your head sticking out of the water on a slope. I'm going to do something that I'm bound to be used as blackmail on me years from now. I'm going to lay down in the lay down shower. And in a moment, I'm going to have our cameraman come in here and lay down in the lay down shower, because I want to show you what's on the ceiling and get a good view of this. But this is I can see the TV right there. This is about 7 feet long here. I have a lot of space above my head here. I have a little bit of an area here for putting bottled water and shampoo and things. And as I stand up and try to trade places with you so that you can lay down right where I was, here, let's see if that works. Okay, there we go. Cameraman laying down. And there you go. Wow, if we haven't lost you by now, you're really a diehard Miracle fan. Here we have adjustable shower massage heads. You can see how they tilt, if you can see that. I'll show you another one here. They have a little water in them, I'm sensing. Our cameraman is getting a drop or two, maybe. These are positionable. So you can position them off at your body, but these are positioned on the legs or on your feet area. These are positioned on your midsection, and that's positioned just off the shoulders right there. We do have a block up here where you could put an additional shower head and another one over there. And we do have one over here. Now this one is for standing showers, because you're not always going to be laying down. And if you follow me down just a little bit more, there you see me again. Oh boy. And that's that 32-inch Toshiba television I was pointing to the back side of. And there's our window. So it's fully protected. I will not touch this, I guarantee you, Mr. Cameraman, because I don't want you to take a shower. But this is very computerized. And you can put in all sorts of different settings. This is a Kohler product. And this Kohler product is about a $7,500 item to put into the house. But I'll tell you this too, you can do this same effect if you're not going to want to spend $7,500, just with a couple of shower heads that are very normal, and put on massage shower heads on them, and you'd have very similar fun effect for a massage in your shower. We have the glass doors, and you get the whole idea, you get the whole picture here. I'm going to show you the cabinet that you couldn't see before, as though you've never seen the inside of a cabinet. There you have, you now see it. And it gives you a better idea of how the room is shaped. I'm going to escape out this way and then allow the cameraman to escape out after me. And you're going to try to see how it would look, get a better idea of the room as you come through. Come right on through, and I'll move the door back in back of you here. Here we go. Oh! All right, I'll walk faster. You can catch up to me, because I just want you to get an idea of the size of the room. All right? So there you have it. That's the size of this room. You're way back by the sinks. I'm almost in the doorless walk-in closet. If you can look up, you can get an idea of the way that we did the plant shelf or the decor shelf above me here, and how this is done. This wall for this doorless closet does not touch the ceiling. Therefore, the room feels even larger. And I'm going to allow you to come around here if you can. And see, we have a wall here for our big dresser, and how we've mixed in the colors. Going into the doorless closet, we have a big mirror, which could, of course, be hung on the wall. But coming in here, if you look up, you'll see that half wall again on this side, how we treated this with a huge round drywall corner here, 1.5 inch radius, and molded that up into that crown molding. And this is California closet organizers in here. They can be adjusted in many ways. This is double hungs hanging here. Over here we have single hanging, we have some shelves. Take a look in here. This is a little surprise. It's not totally a bust for this being our grand finale, right? We've got a little cabinet here, which, by the way, is just a cabinet that was not from California Closets. It happened to be a normal 30-inch wide cabinet that we just ordered for the rest of the house and stuck it in there, but it looks like a built-in part of it. In here we have a television set, which, believe me, it turns on. And guess who's on it, right? And here we have a stack washer and dryer. Stack washer and dryer in the master. Probably could have hinged them both from the same direction, so they've hinged this way. That's adjustable. You can detach and attach. But that way, if you look at the way we did the tile down here, again, keeping in mind that we had this step design, if you watched our first video on floor 1, we stepped this again to kind of remind you that you're in the same house. By the way, if little subtlety, on the first floor of this house, we had that medium to dark wood. On this floor, we've used white. A lot of times we do that in our homes because it suggests sort of a peaceful, restful, classy feeling. I really like white in bedroom areas. You like something else, that's fine. We build whatever you like. Well, that's it for our fantasy house upstairs. I hope you've looked at our fantasy house main floor video before or after this one, before preferably, but hey. And we are going to do a little bit on the basement here. And we're going to take this house apart, never to be walked in again by anyone other than the folks who are going to be enjoying this house for a lifetime. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We hope to see you on the next Gorilla Shoot video